They showing me love in my city.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, let's bring it. 11, 11, 11, 11. Hey, 2. He's coming, double up. 65, 65.
Sending your boy messages, got bitches all on my. Hold on, I'm gonna read that in comments after.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Pick. What the fuck?
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebackers.
I'm a motherfucking GOAT. Bad. Feezer told me to other people play Pokemon, so play some Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying?
And get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Forbath will put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Like 20. Here we go. Single. 22.
Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He finished early.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Switch. We're going to 54. Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day, just like that. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Prescott now. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
46. 57's Mike 57. Come on, baby. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. We're going to 53. Go. Get out there. Rap. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. What's the run? Truck. Running it.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Hey. Go to 54. Why?
Prescott on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 49ers' 46-yard line.
Right. Here we go. 480. Here we go. Going to 54. 180.
On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here we go, 47. Mike 5-4. Let's go, G.
Prescott now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Garoppolo. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
White.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Forbath descended away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Completes it to Jason Witten. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Eric Armstead able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Rush in. Hey, kill.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 54 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And an alley to run. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 55 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, check Mike 57. We're going to 54. Why in?
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
On third down, it's Prescott. Buying time. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 17, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful. And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, 54. Check, watch 54. Here we go, 46. I'm here all day. Right there, 54, right there. Hey, come on, oh. Hey, watch that. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving. Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
36.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the 41, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back. Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Going to 53. 26.
Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling. Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. James now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Switch up. Watch left. Push him back. Push him back.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida in the final minute. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Kill. Go. Get out there. Hey, we're going to 54. One here.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Under. Here we go, 47. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got him. 54.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Pick the edge. Go. Tighten up.
Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Well, Charles, you take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike spot 4. Yellow. Argo 180. Be a long day for you.
Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check, 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 check. Check now, check now. Go to 54, go to 54.
And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. We're scoreless after one.
Here we go. 53 for Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Come to me, it's me. 53. 47. Check 53. Come on, D. Let's go, let's go. Hey, look, small. Number 53. Mike 53. I'm coming. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old school.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Forbath is send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run draft. Routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's get it. Yellow. Lose one. Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Now a 2nd timeout.
Not a day in my life, as long as my dog dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gonna run.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Hey, defense, 13,
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
From the 39, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
We're going to 53. Second time, defense, let's go. Check nickel, nickel.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the... ...35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
We're going to 54. 56. Hey. Here we go, D. Get off the field. We're going to 54. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's looking long. It's caught inside the 25. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 19-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Check three.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second and goal, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And some room to work. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 69 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 27, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good job.
remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Prescott from the gun on third. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go, get out there. Motion. Lights 57. Go to 54, go to 54. Line 57's the mic. 57's the mic. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the ball comes loose, and this is going to be 49er football.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to...
Oh, Prescott stripped.